Hi guys, today we are making a super easy toasted coconut laddu. It needs just 4 main ingredients: some shredded coconut, non-dairy milk, sugar, and cardamom, or any other flavor that you want to add to the laddu. Ladoos are basically these fudgy balls. There are different kinds of ladoos. Some are more shortbready like, some are more creamy and fudgy, and there are lots of different ingredients used to make ladoos as well. You can use some grains like whole wheat flour, millet flour, sorghum flour. You can use legumes such as chickpea flour, yellow lentil flour, which is moong dal flour, urad dal flour, which is black matpe beans flour, and many more. Or you can use nuts and seeds and coconut. There are so many ways to make ladoos. Today we are making a coconut laddu. It's basically just coconut sweetened up, flavored, and rolled up into balls. They're perfect for any Indian celebration or to serve with tea for anybody who's visiting you for any of the festivities. I'm using desiccated coconut. It's basically small shred coconut. You can find it in Indian stores or in regular stores. Bob's Red Mill has this nice shredded coconut. Just make sure to get a bag which is really fresh. The older the coconut gets, it starts to smell more and more stale coconutty. And since this entire laddu is just made with coconut, that flavor will come out too strong. So you want to use a really fresh shredded coconut. The non-dairy milk that I like to use in these laddus is oat milk or coconut milk. Sometimes the coconut milk brands can be a bit too fatty, and then when you try to make a condensed milk out of it, they get pretty oily. You can also use cashew milk. That will also make a really nice and fudgy laddu. I'm using cardamom as the flavor of choice. That's the traditional flavor, but you can add in vanilla, rose, almond, or any other flavors that you like, or even pumpkin pie spice or cinnamon. Just make this laddu your own. So let's make my easy toasted coconut laddu. First, we're gonna make somewhat like a condensed milk with our non-dairy milk, sugar, and some vegan butter. If you don't wanna use the vegan butter, you can add in just a little bit of oil or just skip it altogether. Just add the non-dairy milk and sugar to a skillet over medium heat. Then cook until the mixture comes to a boil and the sugar is mixed in. Continue to cook for another few minutes until the mixture thickens a little bit. It won't be exactly like a condensed milk consistency, but it will be somewhere in between regular milk and condensed milk. Once that is done, you want to just switch off the heat and then set it aside. Now you can toast the coconut on a separate skillet, or you could toast the coconut simultaneously while your non-dairy milk is simmering. Add the coconut to a skillet over medium heat. Stir and let it sit for a minute or so until the pan heats up. Once the pan is heated up, you want to stir it pretty frequently so that the coconut doesn't burn. Stir and let it sit for a few seconds and stir again until the coconut starts to pick up a nice golden color. For extra fudgy laddus, add 2 tablespoons of almond flour. Continue to cook for another half a minute. Now combine this toasted coconut with your condensed milk mixture. You can either transfer this to the condensed milk or the condensed milk to this pan. I transfer the other ingredient to the hotter pan. Press and mix until all of that condensed milk is mixed into the coconut mixture. Add in the pinch of salt or ground cardamom. I like to use fresh cardamom seeds here for the maximum flavor payback. You just take some green cardamom pods, open them up, remove the black seeds, crush them with either a mortar and pestle or a knife or any which way, and then add them to the coconut. Now, depending on your non-dairy milk, your coconut, and how long you cooked your condensed milk, this mixture might be a little too sticky, or it might already be forming a nice soft dough. If it's too liquidy, continue to cook it for another minute or two. If it's already starting to form a nice soft dough, just switch off the heat. Now let this dough cool for about 5 minutes or so until it is easy to handle. You don't want to burn your hands, so let it cool for a little bit. In the meanwhile, get your toppings ready. I usually just roll these laddus in some more shredded coconut. You can also roll these in some chopped up nuts like pistachios. You can roll them in some crushed rose petals or coat them in chocolate, which you can do later. Once the laddu mixture is cool enough to handle, shape it into balls using your hands. Then coat the laddu in the shredded coconut and plate it. Now your laddus are ready and they're ready to serve. These will keep on the counter for up to 2 days. If you want to make them way ahead, keep them in the refrigerator. They'll last for about 2 weeks. They will harden a little bit in the refrigerator because of the coconut and the coconut oil that will solidify because of the temperature. So when you're ready to serve, just put them out on the counter for about half an hour or so for them to come to room temperature and soften, and then serve. These are really easy and super versatile. Oftentimes I make them with some lemon zest. I skip the cardamom, add some vanilla, add some chopped nuts, and they make a great snack bite. If you want to try more ladoos or balls from the blog, there's the mango coconut ladoo, there's malai ladoo, which is a cream ladoo, there's besan ladoo, that's a chickpea flour based ladoo, that's also in the book. There are lots of different burfis, which are like fudgy bars. There is my 7-cup burfi, my malai burfi, my Kaju Burfi, which is a cashew fudge, and many more. If you want to try out some fusion Indian desserts, I have those as well. Try my Rasmalai Fresh Luscious Cake, my Kulfi Tiramisu, and my Gujia Peda. Do let me know in the comments if you try these ladoos. Also do review them on the blog. Thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.